When you start Pilates with me, these are the 5 fundamental exercises you need to be able to do, and I make you do them over and over and over again. But trust me, this is where you're going to gain your strength. This is where you're going to get to think about your pelvic floor, you're going to get to think about your transverse abdominis, you're going to get to think about your breath. All of these exercises are slow, but they build and they challenge. If you do them as I tell you to do them, in the order I tell you to do them, by the end of the 5th exercise, you will be very, very satisfied. All right, so we're going to start with my absolute favorite, which is called the hip roll. So we're going to start laying on your back. You want to check that your hip flexors are really soft. Yeah, we don't want to be using the hip flexors, and in an exercise like this, it's very easy to use the hip flexors and the glutes. The glutes are soft and you're in neutral spine position. We start by thinking about when we make the action of the movement, we want to only be working the abdominal muscles. We don't want to be using the quadriceps. We don't want to be using the hip flexors or the glutes. This is an exercise to also think about using the obliques. Your obliques are going over on an angle. And so what you can also think about with this exercise is that the obliques are kind of holding each other and pulling on each other as you make the action. Okay, so we start by taking a deep breath into our back. On the breath out, I'm going to allow my stomach muscles to relax down. I'm then going to contract my pelvic floor, contract my transverse abdominis. Now my obliques have come into it as I slowly let my legs go to the side. Now obviously I don't need to use my abs to do this. I can just do it with my legs, but my focus is completely in here. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and imagine this obliques here, this angle is pulling my legs back. I'm contracting my pelvic floor, I'm contracting my transverse abdominis, and I'm contracting my obliques. Breath in. Breath out, swap sides. Sink the belly down, contract the pelvic floor, contract the obliques. Breath in, hold. Breathe out. Now I'm imagining these obliques pulling my legs back. My legs are super, super, super heavy. And now the stronger you get in your abs, the harder and more satisfying this exercise becomes. We're going to do 2 more to each side. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Firstly, sink the stomach down, flatten it, contract pelvic floor, transverse abdominis, and obliques. Breathing, hold. Breathing out, pulling. Now if you can concentrate, you can really connect, this is exhausting. Breath in. It's internally exhausting. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Pulling, 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 pulling. My legs are really heavy. It's my abs that are pulling my legs. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. There's no point in doing it fast, you won't feel anything. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. first exercise that you need to perfect if you're doing my Pilates, the hip roll. It's golden for the spine, it's golden for concentration, and it's golden for understanding how do I work my core. Alright, so now we're going to take your feet a little bit further away from you, and we're going to do my second golden exercise. And both this one and the hip roll and this one we're doing is completely safe for any back pathology. Breathing in. Now, as I breathe out, feel like you're pulling the plug out of the bathtub. The air is going to drain all the way down, and then when you hit the ceramic, which is the tub, you tighten everything. You keep all of this completely stable. I'm in neutral spine. I'm pressing very gently into my right leg to stabilize my sacroiliac joints. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, pull the plug. Sink. Slowly lower. Pelvic floor's on, transverse abdominis is on. I'm gently pushing into this right leg to keep stabilization through my pelvis. Breath in. Breath out. Pressing into the left leg. Breath in. Breath out. Pressing into the left leg, floating the leg down. So this is called the knee float. It's called the knee float because my leg is just floating through space. I'm doing it this slowly because if I didn't, I wouldn't feel anything. Okay, I'd just lift my leg up and down and be easy. But no, I am connected, so connected in that this is agonizing to lift my leg up. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Connecting, pelvic floor, transverse abdominis. Remember the transverse abdominis is going all the way around the front and back of you. Put your hands on your waist and you'll feel it. Breath in. Breath out. And you don't move until you know that the abs are working. Last one on each side. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And you'll see I'm quite pronounced with my breath. I'm making a noise because that particular sort of sensation of like you're breathing through a straw activates more your transverse abdominis. Okay, bring your legs closer together, grabbing a ball so you've got great alignment, so that this is there to give alignment, it is not there to squeeze. We're going to go into the reverse abs. All of these 5 exercises that I've been teaching now for 24 years, and I've learned thousands of Pilates exercises along the way, but for me these are really core exercises because I feel like it really does give you the time and the opportunity to explore how to contract all of this properly. Once you can perfect these exercises, you can pretty much go to any of the other exercises in Pilates, and then you've got a great idea of what it is that you're doing in the core. So you're going to take your hands behind your head. You're in neutral spine still. We're going to breathe in and we're going to lift our head up. So it's called the reverse out. So we're doing the reverse to what you think you should be doing. You're breathing in as you lift. Now on the breath out, we stay and we stabilize. In, roll down. Breathing out and stabilizing. In and lift. Breathing out. In, roll down. Breathing out. As I'm moving, I'm inhalating. As I'm stationary, that's when I'm contracting. In, roll down. Out and stay, contracting. In and lift. Out, stay and contract. In, roll down. Out, staying and contracting. In and lifting. Out and staying. In, rolling down. Breath out and staying. In and lifting. Out and staying. In, rolling down. Breath out and staying. This exercise goes straight into the same breath, reverse abs with the legs up. So now we're exploring the same contraction, but now the six pack is going to want to dominate. So now we have to really focus on getting that six pack to sink down. At the same time, we're flattening our back down onto the mat. In and lift. Now on the breath out, we're going to do a micro extension with the legs, and I mean micro, tiny, like the amount of a matchstick. Here we pull up nice and strong through the pelvic floor. Don't let the back arch. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. In and lift. Micro extension. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. And I'm trying to sink my six pack down to the floor. In, lift. Breath out, micro extension. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. In and lift. Micro extension. Pelvic floor. Flattening. Don't let your back arch. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. In, lift. Breath out. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. Two more. In, lift. Micro extension. In, head, shoulders, knees go back. Breath out and stay. Last one. In, lift. Breath out. In, roll back. Breath out and stay. And rest. So I'm getting pretty strong in my abs, but still when I'm doing that little micro extension, I'm getting a little quiver inside of my body. So it's all about connecting. It's not about always needing to do the hardest exercises. these exercises become hard when you connect. You can work over the top of them, or you can go inside of them and get the most out of them. Okay, fourth exercise, single leg extensions, legs up into tabletop. It's a classic Pilates exercise. Hands behind the head, breath lifting up. Now you're going to breathe out, you're going to activate your abs, you're going to extend one leg. Where you take your leg is up to you, depending upon keeping your back flat, that is important. Breath in, bring it back. So if you're a beginner, take it higher. If you're more advanced, lower the leg down more. Rest. Last one, and all of these exercises can be repeated and done with more repetitions. I'm doing less repetitions because we're filming it, but all of this can be done. It can be repeated. It can be done 10 times on each side, and however many you choose to do. You shouldn't need to do more than 10. Lifting the legs up, if done correctly, you shouldn't need to do more than 10. Head and shoulders lift. Now, I want you to imagine that your stomach is like a huge car sponge. It's filled with water. You're going to extend your right leg and you're going to extract all of the water out of the sponge. 1, 2, 3, back to center. Breath out and twist. Hold. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, and center. I'm extracting, or imagine your stomach is like an orange and you're juicing it, you're getting all the juice out. Breath out, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and center. Breath out and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and center. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, and center. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and center. 1, 2, 3, and center. Lowering down and resting. Alright, so I suggest that you do these exercises 2 to 3 times a week, and you'll be really surprised at how quickly your abs get strong just by doing that. I haven't worked up a sweat. I'm not completely at the end of it, but I definitely feel like I've worked all of my abdominal muscles. So they are my fundamentals.